What's happening? This your cousin, Lena G, coming back at you with a love message for the weekend. What's happening? Just want to let you know that this is a collective reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone because it is what? A collective reading. So if this doesn't resonate, come back next week to see if that's your too. Okay? All right, then let's see what's going on with the collective. What you going through? What you feeling? What's the vibe? Okay, so maybe you are a little stressed, having a little anxiety, worried. Maybe you worry like Lena G ain't gonna get no candy, no chocolate. Maybe you are in the middle of a breakup with someone and you're just anxious going into the weekend, really not certain if you're gonna be hanging out with your homegirls and or your boo thing, right? Or your boy. But I think you got some clarity. You know, sometimes we can know the truth and we can know what we need to do, but we can just be all in our head. But sometimes it's just best to just pull back and let things just unfold the way that it's going to happen. Because, you know, the truth of the matter, we don't have control over anything other than ourselves, right? Let's see what else. All right. So spirit is like, pay attention to the signs, symbols, and synchronicities, right? Like I said, you know what you need to do, and it might be very obvious to you what you need to be doing, right? Don't be looking at old text messages, reminiscing, you know, or you might get a text message that might help shed some light onto a situation. But this is letting me know that you could be very afraid of what you don't know, because I said it's a lot of anxiety. Anything else, spirit, for the collective, what they need to know? Right. They say you may need to just get away. I was going to say meditate, right? This is like follow your intuition because it's a lot of confusing energy around you right now. Go out into nature. That's my big thing. Meditate, right? Be creative. If you live in a warm climate, if you're able to, go to the beach, go to the woods, you know, depending on where you stay, if it's not too cold, right? But just get out. You know, sometimes just coming out of your house, going for a walk, just being within the elements help you out. And I think that'll help ground you. Meditate. Anything goes, spirit, for this weekend? Right. There could be some changes in your home. Um, Maybe making your home your sanctuary. I don't know where you live. If you have an opportunity to make a little corner of your home your little sanctuary, your little space, just so you can kind of like light an incense, light a candle, and just, you know, woo-saw, right? Because right now they're saying that you're very guarded. You might not be in a relationship. Maybe you just gotten out of something. So you could be single and or you could be situationally single, right? Maybe you're in a relationship, but you really feel like lonely. You really don't feel connected to your partner. So I'm seeing that too. But it looked like somebody may reach out to you. Somebody may text you this weekend and maybe put a smile on your face, make you feel a lot better. Um, in terms of where you all stand. But just know this, that whoever it is that is coming, this person, you know, they're kind of two-faced. They present one way, but this person is really wearing a mask. So just be careful because this person is concealing why their intentions coming forward with you. Okay? Let me see if there anything else I want to say. Anything else for the collectives for the next 72 hours, spirit? What they need to know for this Valentine's, right? So I'm seeing that you're dealing with someone. This is like confirmation again that somebody you're dealing with is like they just two-faced it. This person is like they pretend like they loyal, they pretend like they got good intentions towards you, but this person really don't. This person is like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. And look, again, behind the mask, this person is concealing like their real true emotions so that people can't see. But like I said, and maybe that's the reason why you're so anxious, but it's almost like you know, and it's almost like you know this person is not legit, right? That's why the first card that came out, pay attention to the signs, symbols, and synchronicities. And I was saying sometimes we know what's up, we just don't want to address it and deal with it, right? This person could live with you, right? This person could know where you stay, have come over to your house. Hopefully, it's nothing crazy going on in your house in terms of like physical violence. or excessive arguments, because I did say you need to make your place or a spot in your home your sanctuary. Spirit is saying that you need to let this energy go, right? Because whoever, him, her, they are not legit, right? So they're saying you need to just let it go and forgive yourself. Do not hold on to any like past regret, upset with yourself, like, why did I allow this person in my life? We releasing that, okay? But just like they said, it was just a life lesson, right? Because I was about to say, it's just a lesson. It's just, not everyone is meant to go through the door with us or the threshold with us. Some people are just come into our life to show us the lesson that we needed to learn. Maybe it was boundaries, right? Maybe it was to love again. Maybe that was a feeling or emotion you had blocked off, right? What else, Spirit, for the next 72 hours? Yeah. Okay. Again, somebody hiding their true feelings. But what they want you to understand is like that song I heard by Beyonce, You Won't Break My Soul. You won't break my soul. Right. So it's like, although you might be dealing with some unexpected turmoil, possibly in your home, right? Or in your stability, this storm will pass. And I think I posted on my YouTube community page that um, every raindrop or uh, even the rain stops or something like that. Throughout the rain stops, something to that effect. What I'm basically saying is, although you might be in the midst of a storm, the storm is not going to last forever. At some point, the rain stops and the sun shines. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Let's leave a healing message for this weekend. I don't know, but that just flew out. Okay. So this is the message we have for the collective. Learning to love myself, and we have action. So it says, I choose to see the beauty in me. My wealth lies in my nature and potential. I transform my weakness into strength. I realize that I am a being of light and I allow myself to shine. And action. My divine action incites love and harmony. I am aware of my thoughts and driven by positive forces. I listen to my heart. My desire to manifest light transforms tests into growth, challenge into opportunities, and fear into love. There you have it. I hope you got something out of it. Listen, and they said have gratitude, okay? Every day, regardless of your situation. Because I remember I said you are strong. So, regardless of whatever you're going through, you got this. This is a small step to a giant, okay? So, saying all that to say, God, the universe is bigger than all your problems, okay? If you don't know, now you know. All right. So just appreciate all that has happened to you, even the good, even the bad, because the bad helped you to realize what it is that you truly want and want to bring forth into your life. So thank God, the universe, of all the things that you have in your life, regardless how big or how small. Okay. Mwah. Leave me a message and I'll see you next time. Peace. Happy Valentine's.